It started in Christmas 2012, when I'd received banknotes but couldn't tell how generous or, for that matter, how cheap my folks had been. I had to continuously ask Mum or Dad how much I'd been given. It was extremely annoying and slightly embarrassing for me to have to ask, and it hit me. I should be able to tell the different amounts by myself, but how? There was no defining difference on the notes to help me tell the difference between the values. So we did some research and found that countries such as Chile, Mexico and Thailand all used tactile features on their banknotes, with the irony being that Australia prints them for these countries. We also discovered that other currencies such as the Indian rupee, the euro and the Canadian dollar have different kinds of tactile features. Through our research, we found that the RBA had plans to upgrade our banknotes, but when we contacted them, they were not going to implement a tactile feature during the upgrade. This response was disappointing, to say the least. So we started a petition on change.org and sent out the link via a Facebook page, a Twitter feed and Google+. We lobbied numerous disability groups and engaged services of a legal team. During this period of this campaign, we received more than 57,000 signatures from people all around the world. So me and my skinny guide dog here took the petition and delivered it personally to Canberra, where we met with members of both sides of politics and gained bipartisan support, which, as we know, is pretty well unheard of these days. Despite numerous requests to the RBA, they continued to maintain their position, and our next step was to lodge a formal complaint to the Human Rights Commission. After several meetings, Vision Australia decided to lend the weight of their organisation behind the campaign by becoming a secondary complainant. In November of 2014, we attended a meeting at the Human Rights Commission and had the opportunity to voice our concerns, as well as put forward my idea of tactile features to be included on banknotes and the benefits that this would bring. The Assistant Governor, Ms. Michelle Bullock, was in attendance that day and listened intently to our side and gave her opinions over the duration of the 5-hour meeting. Unfortunately, we weren't able to come to an agreement on that day. Then, in February of last year, the RBA announced with no prior warning to us that they would be adding tactile features to the update of our banknotes. So much for Friday the 13th being a bad day. We couldn't believe it. We'd won. I nearly dropped the apple I was holding when I found out. It's pretty hard to make me do. I'm rather fond of my apples. We're now going to have tactile features on our banknotes, which will assist over 357,000 blind Australians and will assist those in the future too. This decision will give people with a visual disability greater independence and equal access to the current national currency of Australia. Australia will be the 25th country to implement accessible banknotes. Equal and independent access to the national currency for blind and low vision citizens is not a privilege, it is a basic fundamental right. As I look back at this change, I'm very appreciative that people didn't just overlook me because I have a disability or because I was only 12 when I started this. It encouraged me to realise that us kids can implement change too. Sometimes you just got to stand up and have the guts to do what needs to be done. As Stevie Wonder once said, just because a man lacks sight, it doesn't mean that that man lacks vision. Thank you.